blood eagle is one of the most gruesome and debated forms of execution in history, often associated with the Vikings, a seafaring people from Scandinavia who raided, traded, and explored vast regions of Europe, Asia, and the North Atlantic from the late 8th to the early 11th centuries. The practice, described in sagas and historical accounts, has fascinated and horrified historians and enthusiasts alike. The blood eagle was said to be a ritualistic method of execution reserved for the most hated enemies, a punishment so brutal that it was believed to honor the gods while delivering unimaginable suffering to the victim. The process involved carving an eagle-shaped pattern into the victim's back, severing the ribs from the spine, and pulling the lungs out through the wounds to create the appearance of wings. The victim would die slowly, their agony a spectacle for those who witnessed the act. The origins of the blood eagle are shrouded in mystery, with some scholars arguing that it was a real practice, while others believe it to be a literary invention or exaggeration by Christian chroniclers seeking to demonize the pagan Vikings. The sagas, written centuries after the events they describe, are the primary sources of information about the blood eagle, but their accuracy is often questioned due to their blend of history, myth, and oral tradition. One of the most famous accounts of the blood eagle comes from the saga of King Ella of Northumbria, who was said to have been executed by the legendary Viking leader Ivar the Boneless in revenge for the death of his father, Ragnar Lothbrok. According to the story, Ivar and his brothers captured Ella after a battle and performed the blood eagle on him, a brutal act of vengeance that cemented Ivar's reputation as a fearsome warrior. Another account involves Earl Einar of Orkney, who reportedly carried out the blood eagle on Halfdan Longleg, a rival who had killed Einar's father. These stories, while compelling, are difficult to verify, as they rely on oral traditions and later written records that may have been influenced by political or religious agendas. The archaeological evidence for the blood eagle is scarce, with no definitive proof that the practice was widespread or even real. Some historians suggest that the blood eagle may have been a symbolic or ritualistic act, rather than a literal form of execution, while others argue that it was a rare and extreme punishment reserved for exceptional circumstances. The debate over the blood eagle's authenticity continues to this day, with scholars examining the sagas, historical records, and archaeological findings for clues. Despite the uncertainty, the blood eagle has captured the imagination of countless people, becoming a symbol of Viking brutality and the darker aspects of human history. The practice has been depicted in literature, film, and television, often as a way to emphasize the savagery of the Viking Age. However, it is important to remember that the Vikings were a complex and multifaceted society, with a rich culture that included art, poetry, law, and exploration. The blood eagle, whether real or myth, represents only one aspect of their legacy, a reminder of the violence and conflict that shaped the medieval world. As we delve into the history of the blood eagle, we are confronted with questions about the nature of violence, the reliability of historical sources, and the ways in which stories are passed down through generations. The blood eagle serves as a powerful example of how history and myth can intertwine, creating narratives that endure long after the events they describe. Whether fact or fiction, the blood eagle remains a haunting and unforgettable part of the Viking legacy, a testament to the enduring fascination with the past and the stories that define it. The Viking Age, spanning roughly from the late 8th century to the early 11th century, was a period of immense change and upheaval in Europe. The Vikings, often depicted as ruthless raiders, were also skilled traders, explorers, and settlers who established communities as far afield as Iceland, Greenland, and even North America. Their longships, designed for both speed and versatility, allowed them to navigate rivers and open seas with ease, making them formidable opponents and effective traders. The Vikings' reputation for violence, however, is not unfounded. Raids on monasteries, towns, and villages were a common occurrence, with the Vikings targeting wealth and resources to sustain their way of life. The blood eagle, if it indeed existed, would have been part of this culture of violence, a ritualistic act designed to instill fear and assert dominance over enemies. The sagas, which are the primary sources of information about the blood eagle, were written in the 12th and 13th centuries, long after the events they describe. These texts blend history, myth, and and folklore, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction. The sagas were often written by Christian authors who may have had an interest in portraying the pagan Vikings in a negative light, emphasizing their brutality and savagery. This has led some scholars to question the accuracy of the Blood Eagle accounts, suggesting that they may have been exaggerated or invented to serve a particular narrative. Despite these doubts, the Blood Eagle has become a powerful symbol of Viking violence, a reminder of the harsh realities of life in the medieval world. The practice has been depicted in various forms of modern media, from historical novels to television series like Vikings, where it is used to dramatic effect. These portrayals often emphasize the graphic nature of the Blood Eagle, focusing on the physical suffering of the victim and the psychological impact on those who witness it. While these depictions may not be historically accurate, they reflect the enduring fascination with the Viking Age and its darker aspects. The Blood Eagle also raises important questions about the nature of violence and its role in human societies. Was it a form of ritual sacrifice, intended to honor the gods and secure their favor? Or was it a tool of political power, used to eliminate rivals and assert dominance? The answers to these questions remain elusive, but they highlight the complexity of Viking society and the challenges of interpreting historical sources. As we continue to study the Viking Age, the Blood Eagle serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking and the need to approach historical narratives with caution. Whether real or myth, the Blood Eagle is a powerful symbol of the Viking legacy, a testament to the enduring impact of their culture and the stories that define it. The Vikings were a deeply religious people, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses who played a central role in their lives. Odin, the All-Father, was associated with wisdom, war, and death, while Thor, the god of thunder, was a protector of humanity and a symbol of strength. The Vikings believed in an afterlife, with warriors who died in battle being taken to Valhalla, Odin's Hall, where they would feast and fight until the end of the world. This belief in an honorable death may have influenced their attitudes toward violence and punishment, with rituals like the Blood Eagle serving as a way to assert dominance and honor the gods. Revenge was also a central theme in Viking society, with feuds and blood vengeance playing a significant role in their legal and social systems. The concept of honor was closely tied to the idea of retribution, with individuals and families expected to avenge wrongs in order to maintain their status and reputation. The Blood Eagle, if it was indeed practiced, would have been a powerful expression of this culture of revenge, a way to publicly humiliate and destroy an enemy while sending a message to others. The legacy of the Blood Eagle continues to resonate in modern times, with the practice being referenced in literature, film, and popular culture. It has become a symbol of extreme violence and brutality, a reminder of the darker aspects of human history. However, it is important to remember that the Vikings were more than just warriors. They were also skilled craftsmen, traders, and explorers who made significant contributions to the world. The Blood Eagle, whether real or myth, is just one part of their complex and multifaceted legacy. As we continue to explore the history of the Vikings, we are reminded of the importance of understanding the context in which these stories were created and the ways in which they have been interpreted over time. The Blood Eagle serves as a powerful example of how history and myth can intertwine, creating narratives that endure long after the events they describe. Whether fact or fiction, the Blood Eagle remains a haunting and unforgettable part of the Viking legacy, a testament to the enduring fascination with the past and the stories that define it.